BCCI has done a U-turn because all this while we were told that BCCI said no, we will not attend the meeting in Dhaka. You changed the thing, and Mohsin Naqvi, who's the PCB chief, has still gone ahead and gone on with that meeting. It's still happening in Dhaka, and Aminul Islam, the Bangladesh cricket head, is also there. And now BCCI has agreed to attend the meeting despite it happening in Dhaka. The only saving grace is they're not traveling there; they're joining online.
How does that make a difference?
I think
it's about
Sri Lanka is joining.
Right?
Sri Lanka and Nepal are also joining.
Yeah, but they were earlier siding with India, but now they are also joining the meeting.
Why is it not surprising? Why? It had to happen.
Why did it have to happen? BCCI should have said we're not joining. You have the Asia Cup.
Since when have BCCI asserted themselves?
They have.
When?
When you wanted to ensure that you played only in Guyana, the semi-final, you didn't want to do the travel.
Did it involve Pakistan?
Did you also enforced yourself when it came to
the hybrid model?
The hybrid model, yes.
Is that a victory for us?
No, but with that I think.
Is that a victory?
Have
we lowered our expectations so low?
I will also include the Champions Trophy, for which you had all the other teams, even the non-participating teams who weren't sure they weren't going to play in Dubai. You made them travel here, but the Indian team didn't have to move.
Yeah, but Ajay, while those things are fine, but this is, what you're talking now is basically in the current environment that you are. So even if you've had 100 victories before, if you go ahead and play Asia Cup, I don't think that will go down well with Indians in general now.
Why?
It doesn't matter what has happened now.
No, you may play, but you will not play that one match.
Impossible. How can you have an Asia Cup without that? You can't.
Impossible.
How would you have
You are motivated by only two things: convenience and greed. That's it.
Though I must technically also point out that the fact that BCCI, two things. One, BCCI has not gone to Dhaka and they are attending the meeting online. And two, that they are attending the meeting is in no way a confirmation that BCCI has agreed to participate in the Asia Cup. Because you remember an Asian Cricket Council meeting has many other agendas for which you would want to vote. And you want to exercise that right, and you could very well go into the meeting and say that we are opting out of the Asia Cup because India hosts also. So
we hope so.
Yeah.
In the current environment,
I don't want to say something.
Yeah.
And then you realize that you were saying that why is it that BCCI has to play? Why don't they back out? And then you get to know that that's what they've said in the meeting itself.
Sure. So best case scenario, what we are assuming is one, they attend the meeting, and then say, no Asia Cup with you, please. Not now, not in the next couple of seasons. Hope that happens.
No, but there can be another faction that says, no, we want the Asia Cup.
Which is where I think...
Within where the faction? BCCI speaks, there's only one person going, so he will speak. No?
Yeah, no, I'm saying the BCCI might say that, no, we will not play. But the others can come together and say that we will play.
No, who are the others?
Pakistan will say we
won't play. Yeah. So of course, when BCCI says that, they prepare themselves for the eventuality that the Asia Cup happens without that, but that should not bother BCCI. Then, what do you do?
If you are a true so-called economic superpower of cricket, you not playing the Asia Cup shouldn't even matter.
No, if you are truly a economical superpower, then ideally for a superpower, you ensure Asia Cup doesn't happen at all. And nobody plays it. Ideally.
That is icing on the cake.
That's what superpowers do. But if you then are not a superpower in that sense, because you cannot get others to stop. See, ideally superpowers will do what?
You may be a superpower, or there's another thing. You may be a superpower, but you may not be able to successfully execute what
then you're not a superpower. There are only two things. If you're a superpower, you're a USA, you get the whole world to boycott Russia. Right, that's fun. But if you're not a superpower, then you say, okay, we are not engaging with you, sir, in Russia. I can't get the world to do it. But I am not engaging, so I pull out.
No, I'm saying
and then Asia
be
Cup
a superpower, But you can also fail, right?
No, then you're not a superpower. See, superpowers I go with in any scenario. See, if I'm looking at BCCI. I'm not talking India or anything. BCCI, if you say runs cricket and they are a superpower, then if they want their way, then ideally they should be able to exert their authority on everyone. And what is your main motive in that you're trying to isolate Pakistan in there? So then you ensure that there's no Asia Cup.
So you've tried
then
doing that in the past. Remember when the Champions Trophy thing was happening and you were trying to get a Sri Lanka to host it, or you say that that there are maybe a Dubai is also willing to host it. You were
I'm
trying
not even getting into hosting. I am saying right now, if you are the most powerful board in the world and you want to isolate Pakistan because you want to send a message across, then the ideal scenario is that you say, Asia, boss, forget about me playing where it's playing. I am telling you Asia Cup is not happening. And let's say the ACC boss, who is also the PCB boss, says, no, you may not want to play, you don't play, but Asia Cup goes on. Then if you're a superpower like BCCI, then you say, okay, well, how will it go on? Because if we are not playing, then Sri Lanka is not playing, Nepal is not playing, Afghanistan is not playing, Bangladesh is not playing, whatever. Ideally, a superpower should ensure that then the tournament does not happen. Because for a superpower, it can't be that I am sitting here, I've decided for whatever reasons, political reasons, but the tournament is going on. Yes, the second scenario is that if you concede that you're not the superpower and you're like every other board and you're as powerful as every other board, then the second best scenario is that, okay, fine, you go ahead, have your Asia Cup, but in these current circumstances, I cannot be playing. And I think this will be the second case scenario that can be. The third scenario is that Asia Cup happens and you play, and I'm sorry to break this to the BCCI or anyone else, that's the scenario that's not going to be accepted. So
absolutely.
So you have to choose between scenario 1 and 2. Ideally, if you are the superpower and you are the most powerful one,
to pull out.
Yeah, you have to do anything less than scenario 1 is a kind of a failure for you.
See, scenario 1, everything, you've got the cards. You just have to play the right suit. Why? Afghanistan don't have good relations with Pakistan. So it's easy to get them in India's camp. Sri Lanka also will want to agree with India so that they don't want to alienate them for any future series. 3, all the other small things will side with us.
Yeah, but then
only
why
Pakistan,
are all of them
Bangladesh
attending this meeting, even if it's online? If they're siding with us, so BCCI then should have boycotted the
Either
meeting as well.
Either it is tokenism. That okay, we will use this meeting agenda to tell you bluntly we are not hosting the Asian.
I hope what you're saying is right, Siddharth, because if I learn that this wasn't tokenism and you really did a complete U-turn by saying earlier, no, we will cancel the meeting, we won't come change it. They didn't even change the thing. Now you're joining online and you're getting everyone who you say are with your side to join online, and it's not tokenism and you're actually participating in the meeting, then I'd be very disappointed.
Very, very. I mean, see, then if you emerge that, okay, maybe Asia Cup will happen, if scenario 3 plays out, then I'm sorry, then neither the BCCI, neither the players, neither the government of India should be let go of.
I would not be happy with scenario 2 as well.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine an Asia Cup happening. So your right now issue is with Pakistan, and you're allowing them to have a tournament. Everyone is playing a tournament and India is sitting out. Even scenario 2 doesn't go down well with me.
No, but
as
the
an
thing
Indian,
is,
it does not.
is the idea
I'll take it's better
is it BCCI
than scenario 3.
Is it for the BCCI to isolate Pakistan cricket totally with whatever's or the idea right now, or the aim is not to put Pakistan cricket into the ruins? Is that the idea? I doubt so. Because if that was the thing, you will tell every bilateral country or every country that you have bilateral relations, is cricketing bilateral relations, not to engage in any sort of cricket with Pakistan. That's not what you're looking at. How does one tournament change it? Then you ask an Australia and an England and a South Africa, everyone, that you can pull your strings with everyone, right? Since you've got the financial muscle, but you're not trying to break them into the ground.
You're not going to do it. Firstly, you've got an indication of why India will have a very insipid approach towards Pakistan. It's there in the hockey situation. Forget Asian Champions Trophy. That's going to happen in Rajgir. Pakistan are saying, oh, we can't send them due to security reasons. Fine. Pakistan's arrival in India doesn't make a shred of a difference. Their hockey team is down in the doldrums, let it be in the doldrums. What a junior hockey world cup. India and Pakistan are in the same group. It's going to happen in Chennai. Now you've had to bend your back to ensure Pakistan come here because hockey is an Olympic sport. Now you got an ambition for 2036 with your house in total disarray. You want to host the Olympics? So no, we don't want to dent our Olympic aspirations. These minor things will happen, and it's the same thing of the 90s. Terrorism will be flourishing in Pakistan. They will export it here, but we will continue as if nothing has happened. Why should it be surprising when we have a country, when India is such a country which played Pakistan in 1999 in the World Cup during the middle of the Kargil war? Should it be surprising? This was just a skirmish of 8 days. That was a full-scale war of 2 months. Soldiers died. Plenty died. But we continued with cricket. And then we had all those nonsensical peace missions that were happening. Some marketing campaigns that were going on. How on earth is it surprising that if India can pull off scenario 3 or scenario 2, why should it even surprise us?
Because I thought this was new India, no? Things were done differently. So
nothing is new in this country. It is just that our government and everything decides that we'll have a good wordplay and then warp it all up and then just create a smokescreen. That's it. The new India will only emerge like what you said. If they can convince bilaterally, cricketing, don't even try and keep any kind of sporting relations with Pakistan, which is a bona fide terror state, then I will say it is new India. But this is a mixture of the 90s and we are trying to look into the 21st century with a smoke screen. Olympics.
So you'll have to start with what you have just said. Now you call them a bona fide terror state.
Yep.
You'd have to, and Indians will call them that. You'll have to get the world to agree with you on that now, which they're not doing. And I think that is the biggest failure.
Which is why our government.
The US is refusing to do that. Rest of the world is refusing to call them that. And this is where you, as a nation, if we are what we think we are in the world, fourth largest economy and so on and so forth, so we should be able to do this, but we're not being able to. No, the world is not on the same page as us.
We don't, because that is where it's a big failure. We are still stuck in the 90s as far as this is concerned.
You're saying old wine in a new bottle.
Of course, it's old wine in a new bottle. If you cannot ruin Pakistan, despite you being the fourth largest economy in the world, despite everything that you've got, then all this is not amounting to anything.